Hey guys, welcome back. Today I was just going to have a quick little chat about Capture One and, well, versus Lightroom and Photoshop basically. Now, if you're a Fujifilm user, I have recommended in the past and I'm continuing to recommend you definitely go to Capture One. There's no doubt about it there. Capture One is gonna just improve the look of your images just out of sight. Like, there's no denying it. Lightroom and Photoshop, they just don't do it for the raw files from Fujifilm. Capture One is definitely going to blow your mind, basically. It's going to really, what you see in the viewfinder, you're going to have it similar. You're going to have an image virtually exactly the same on your desktop, and then you're going to be able to tweak that, and it's going to be just as sharp and just as beautiful and even better, with the tweaks that you do. Excuse me. So yeah, there's no doubt about it in my mind. If you're using Fujifilm and you're shooting RAW, you basically need Capture One or one of the other ones, but not Lightroom. I use Capture One for my Fujifilm RAW and I'm very, very happy with it. It's outstanding. Oh, sorry, got the hiccups or something. But anyway, let's go back to the Adobe products. Now, a bit of a problem with Adobe, I'm hearing that they're changing the price. Now, that's a bit scary. Now, in Australia, they haven't sort of sent out an email or message as such as to that the price is going up, but I have noticed on their website, I think it was about $21, whereas at the moment it's $14.29. I'll just have a look here. Yeah, $14.29 for your basic photography plan. Now, if that was to go up to $21, I think I probably would be abandoning the Adobe photography suite, as good as it is. It is very good, no doubt about it. If you are a Photoshop user and you're doing lots of layers and you're creating some crazy stuff, well, then you're probably going to need it, and you probably don't have a lot of options. You're probably already very skilled in it, and you're going to want to keep it. But for the average person who's just sort of tweaking their photos as they come out of their cameras, and they really just want the Lightroom, basically. I mean, Lightroom's really all I use. I use Photoshop, a handful of times a year, really, and I'm not using any very special features in it that are, amazing. I'm just sort of using it. Actually, I use Photoshop to modify PDFs because it seems to be the only thing that will open PDFs. Yeah, how's that? So that's about all I'm using Photoshop for. All my photography I'm doing in Lightroom if it's a product that's suitable for Lightroom. And as we know, Fujifilm is not a product that's suitable for Lightroom, unfortunately. Really unfortunately. So, will I get rid of it? I probably will. It looks like it's going to go up. Looks like it's inevitable. Looks like it's somewhere on the horizon, and who knows when it's going to happen. I was just looking at my account. I'll have a look here. And you can see since I started, when did I start this? In May 2016. So now it's April 2019. So almost 3 years. It's gone from $11.99 to $14.29. So it's gone up 19%. I worked it out to be over 19% actually, just under 20%, between 19 and 20%. So that's not wonderful already, considering I'm basically getting the exact same product. I mean, there have been a couple of little improvements, But ultimately, I wanted the improvement to come with the raw processing of Fujifilm files, which is, you know, I love my Fujifilm, and I'm using that a lot for photography, and it just doesn't do it. It's you think they would have addressed it because Fujifilm's got a good chunk of the market, but they haven't. And yeah, so what's the point in hanging on to Adobe when a lot of my photography work is it's Fujifilm mostly. So I've got a Fujifilm account with Capture One, which is cheaper than getting the all-out one that, you know, you can do all the different types of RAWs. I can only do Fujifilm, which is unfortunate because I would like to be able to do Canon and Nikon and Panasonic even, but I can't with Capture One. I've opted for the cheaper one because I was thinking that I was going to keep my Adobe going, but now Adobe's becoming crazy expensive, and I'm thinking I'm going to axe that because I just don't use it terribly much. I do have some other photo editing software. I've got one that's from Cyberlink, which is the company that I use their software to do my video editing, and it's called Power Director. You've probably heard of it. It's one of the big ones. It's not like not a super high-end video editing software, but it's not low-end at all. It's very, very capable and quite easy to use. So I'm very happy with that. I've been using it for years now. I've updated several times with Power Director. It's not overly priced. It's quite good value. Been very, very happy with them. So I've got their suite now, which is, I think it's around about $140, say, a year. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember. But anyway, and that gives me a whole lot of editing. Gives me their photo editing tool, which is very similar to, it's like something between Capture One and Lightroom. It's I don't use it that often, but I could go into it and start to use it if I needed to. I found it when I did use it to be very slow, but that might be just a teething thing. They might have that sorted out now. There was a big update just a few days ago, so maybe that's addressed those issues. But I'm thinking Adobe, I think I'm going to be leaving you soon. Just not using you enough. And I'm really getting into and loving Capture One. I mean, the results are spectacular. I've got it here. Let's have a look. Let's go. Wow. Look at the results. I mean, the pictures are just so sharp. They're so outrageously good. Like, I'm just so happy with it. It's like it takes your Fujifilm raw images and takes them, you know, to a whole new level, like the level that they should be at. Like, the glass is so sharp and wonderful, and you know, the sensors now, they're fantastic. So yeah, definitely sticking with Capture One for Fujifilm. Lightroom, if you go up, I'm probably going to get rid of you, and that's not going to be any great loss, really. Yeah, so that's just my little rant, and yeah, I mean, look at it. It's a bit more complicated than Lightroom. There is a learning curve, but I'm thinking that once you get over that learning curve, it's gonna be fantastic. I mean, I guess if I just turned on Lightroom today for the first time, it would take me a while to learn how to use that. So I figure I've just got to give it a bit of time and put in a bit of effort and do a bit of research on, you know, which button to click and that sort of thing. So anyway, hope you're having a good weekend, and I'll catch you later. Bye.